In the small town of Port Talbot, tucked under the hills and pushed up against the sea, from small town beginnings she has seen great industrial growth. But this was only short term, and soon the town became polluted, the air became thick and synthetic. As more industry came, the people began to worry. The government has just passed planning permission to build 3 biomass plants in Port Talbot. These biomass plants burn wood chippings 30 tonnes per hour, and in total will burn the whole global export per year. With just 4 months to campaign until the Commission appeal, can the people of Port Talbot go up against the government's decision? Can they stop 3 biomass plants from being constructed? Will they be able to save their air and their town, or will the industry prevail once more?
One of the problems that we have in Port Talbot is the poor air quality, and if you look over there you see that isn't a cloud, that's pollution coming out of the top of that chimney, and that's just one of the things that happens at night. It all gets chucked out and we have to suffer all that, and that's our concern. Are we going to get more of that? But the government says it's going to be as clean as a whistle, and we're saying, well, it isn't.
This is Peter and Jeffrey. They're the campaign leaders running against Prinergy's proposal to build 3 biomass plants in Port Talbot.
I've heard of people driving along the M4 just north of Swansea and saying, oh, you live where that dust cloud is, so they can see it.
You can see it
6 miles away. And this is one of the reasons why Port Talbot had to apply to the EU for an extension to meet air quality directives. So the government did this on behalf of the people of Port Talbot, but at the same time it's putting more pollution into the air, and as Jeremy said, this project here, and there's another 3 or 4 power stations planned for Port Talbot, all are going to be producing more air pollution, and yet the government is making out that it's doing all it can to improve air quality. Many are beginning to realise that the green issues surrounding this plant don't add up. There's not enough wood chip exported from the United States and Canada at the moment to burn a single one of these plants. Not a single one. And we're building 6 in this country, and it doesn't add up.
No.
We have to import 25 million tonnes of wood to fire the 6 biomass plants of this size. And the Green Lobby has suddenly realised the only way that can happen is if countries in Africa become deforested. You can tell how long somebody's lived here. If they've lived here all their life, they probably sense the smell.
They don't notice it.
Don't notice it as badly.
Yeah. I've lived here for 4 years now, and when I first came, I lived with some people in Margam, and every day I could hardly breathe. And I noticed it, and I said to these people, "Don't you smell that?" "No." "What smell?" And that's what
they say when they smell anything.
Yeah,
no.
That's right. You can't smell anything after a while. The judge in London, one of his comments that stuck with me, he said, I do have great sympathy with you people from Port Talbot. He said, I live near Dulwich Common. And he said, when I get up in the morning, sometimes I look across Dulwich Common and I see the heavy mist hanging over Dulwich Common, so I can understand the pollution that you're involved with. And that's what we're up against.
We say no to this Prinergy biomass power station that's proposed for the docks.